Hello, welcome back to the newest issue of Spectacular Streetlight Knights. Tonight we are doing Blood in the Streets Part 1. And we have a new hero join the team. So we'll be introduced to them as well. Oh, and I have everybody in the wrong spots on the overlay. So I'll fix that also. But in the meantime, let's do the round table and let everybody introduce their characters and what they got going on while I fix the overlay. Jeff, you're up first. You're
All
waiting on
right. Adventures in Lollygagging is a little group I run. We stream tabletop role-playing games on the internet at twitch.tv/lollygaggers. We tend to play on Mondays, Fridays, and Saturdays. And on Wednesdays, you can often see me over on the Defenders of Cobalt channel as well. I am playing the Meat Man, something like that. His voice is something like that. I don't know. It'll come to me. But he is a soldier of fortune who wears a big old bloody butcher apron, and he wears a bloody canvas sack over his head, and he is attempting to feed the criminal syndicate's lower echelon people to its higher echelon people, so that the whole thing can literally eat itself. That's his goal in life.
Ugh.
And he's a proud partner of Nightlight. In case anyone was unclear, Nightlight is great. All hail Nightlight.
All hail Nightlight. Oh boy. Very good. Pat, welcome back. What do you got going on this week? And tell us about Alley Cat.
I realized just now that I added everybody in a server I'm not in charge of.
Which server?
Fortunately, they're good friends of the Diesel Shot community, so they won't freak out. But
Hopefully they all show up.
Good thing I didn't do that in literally anybody else's channel. Thank you, Tabletop Anthologies, for being so chill.
Judge Wolf.
God. Yeah, Judge Wolf is a radical dude, and he won't freak out about the fact that I totally just added everybody in his server to go out for this. I hope it's good. Okay. Hi. Now that that little stress bubble has deflated, I am Pat of one half of. No, I am not naked, Véronique. Je porte quelque chose très chic et j'y pense belle, à mon avis. But I am one of two who run the Diesel Shot Twitch channel when we are more functional. And we run, right now we're running 3 things a week. Sounds like that's going to be changed, as we might be getting a sponsored gig that might be running on Wednesdays, kind of before the 8 o'clock times we normally run. So that might be cool.
Sponsored gig, that's cool.
Yeah, I know, and it's a game we like, but we're really hush-hush about it right now. We right now we're running 3 things a week, usually starting at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this week, aside from the Saturday Mothership game that I'm running, we are extremely excited about our Thursday premiere of the 3rd and final season, most likely, of our longest running campaign, the Fallout tabletop role-playing game, not the official one, but one we made up, Uranium Fever, which will be, again, premiering for the 3rd and final season this Thursday. We're expecting a massive turnout and a really fun time for everybody, so stay tuned.
Very cool. Tell us about Alley Cat.
That's my thing. Oh, yes, Alley Cat. She is a kind of radical street defender who is, looking out for her community and literally no one else. And she's one half Robin Hood and one half Catwoman and one half Batman. Don't ask, she's not good at math.
Did you ever get your cat mask that you ordered a few weeks ago?
You know what? They actually said that it was the specific cat mask that I ordered was out of stock and not likely to return into stock for quite some time. So I've had to come up with another alternative for that one mask that I ordered. It's very frustrating.
Cool. Yeah, I had forgotten about it because you ordered that for like when we started this a few weeks back.
I did. It was supposed to get here. It did not.
Damn Amazon.
Until then, I'm wearing these cute little cat ears. Yeah, I know, right?
All right, we're over to Aaron, who's playing a new hero tonight, Agent X. You'll see that on the overlay. Do you want to give a little rundown of Agent X?
Sure. So Agent X is a actual agent of the Department of Parahuman Affairs, working under Director Stern, and but he's also known as Agent X, a pulp hero, a gun-toting vigilante who is going to help take the streets back, but he wants to do it within the law. However, his ancestor, Wild Bill Hickok, manifests through him and is slowly pushing Agent X to more extreme actions. So he's having a hard time controlling this spectral entity that gives him his powers.
Yes, very cool. So we're gonna meet Agent X, and hopefully the Covenant bring you into their fold.
We're very accepting,
We'll
and welcoming to people.
Yes, yeah.
I don't like cops.
Yeah. All right, Evan, Nightlight.
Yeah, I'll be playing Nightlight, the young teenage hero. His name's Chester Everton. He wears his little private school uniform as he's a exchange student from Britain, and he is maybe going to blow people up today. We'll see. Probably Agent X, since he's new. You know, he's got to get his initiation.
Yeah,
he has
reasonable.
to be initiated. It's only
reasonable.
natural. But besides that, Alien on Sunday, if you guys decide to play, I will not be there.
Yeah,
It's
we
4th of
figure that
July,
out.
but that might be happening. If not, then the next week we'll see.
It's your Independence Day.
That's right.
Ours is on Thursday. It's Canada Day. There you go. Just in case you cared.
Independence Day is every day in America.
Oh, there you go. That's the spirit. All right. So that's the round table. So this issue is going to be a little bit different. I let the players know already that this is actually a two-parter, and this first issue is just going to be action montage after action montage after action montage. They're going to finally face the Court of Dis. They're villains that they banded together to face and fight. So it's just going to be combat after combat after combat, which is going to be really cool. But before we do that, should we jump into our turmoil and aspiration interludes? Do those for this week. So remember, you get a story point for completing successfully your interlude. And you also get a story point for fighting the villain of the issue. Oh, Spuds Bob. Spuds Bob, we made that canon, didn't we? We made Spuds somebody. Terry Roger is Spuds. I have it written on
Terry Roger. Yeah.
I have it written on Alley Cat's sheet.
Oh
hello,
God.
all the first time
Oh
viewers.
yeah, no. He literally, I have it on my sheet too. Oh my God, when is this side character going to ascend into the ranks of superhero/villain?
So, Jeff, do you want to kick off an interlude?
Sure. Because it went so well for me last
I know.
last
You and the
time.
frat boys.
96 and a 98. Okay, so last time I did an aspiration, which was to get the syndicate to literally eat itself. I'll go ahead and do a turmoil this week. So part of Meatman's origin story is that he suffered pretty horrifically at the hands of the crime syndicate. He was a cook, army cook, and he saw something bad happening and he tried to help. And what it got him was getting beat and cut to a pulp and left for dead as a piece of meat for coyotes and vultures out in the desert. And ever since then, his brain hasn't worked quite right, as you all are aware. And he also has been trying to just let everyone think that he's dead. He doesn't want anyone to know he actually survived this. Unfortunately, he has an older sister by the name of Valerie, who was an Army Ranger and believes that he's still alive. And so he is doing so all that Meatman tries to do is, as desperate as he can, is to try to avoid detection. Doesn't want his family to know that he's still alive, that he survived, because he's a monster now. He's been cut to pieces. You don't want to see him without his mask on for too long, that kind of stuff. So I feel like Valerie is probably somehow, for some reason, maybe heard about the stuff going on in New Eden and has made her way to New Eden, something like that, maybe, and is looking for me.
Okay.
I'm trying to avoid detection.
Very good.
I'm trying to throw her off the scent.
I've added your sister Valerie, an Army Ranger, to your truths also.
Excellent.
Very good. All right, so yeah, let's do a little scene. Let's zoom in on a scene. Maybe you're one day you're manning your food truck. You're parked outside of one of the Cortadistas casinos, and you see her. You see her nearby, and she sees your menu, and she's intrigued, and she comes over to order something.
Okay.
Not knowing who you are, she doesn't realize who you are.
Because I have suffered significantly. What I look like now is not what I used to look like. The surgical doctors within New Eden did some good work at Knife Point to fix me up. Okay, so
you don't want her though to know it's you.
I don't want her to recognize me. So the issue is that I have nothing whatsoever in my toolkit that would be good at lying or convincing somebody of anything. So instead, what I'm going to do is I would like to use. No, I'm not going to use a weapon. I'm going to step outside, and I'm going to use one of my skills: carry, push, or pull something. And I want to try to create some kind of accident outside. I want to basically go up to the crowd of people who are clearly lined up to get food from the deep cuts. And I want to like start a little bit of a brawl. And I just want to push something over on the crowd so that everyone gets kind of concerned and frailing about. And while because she's a good soul, while she's helping them, I can drive the truck away.
Okay. Very, very good. All right, yeah. So there is a lineup.
Trying to figure out a way to use carry, push, and pull.
It's nighttime. It's evening. There's people. They've been in the casinos. They've been drinking, and they want something to eat. So you've got a lineup at your food truck. This food truck's parked on either side of you, all up and down the street. And someone's there. Hey, I want a hot dog. Where are you going? Why are you walking away from me? Where are you? Hey! And he's waving his money at you.
And I will continue to ignore, and I will walk over towards. Let's say there's like some kind of I don't know, maybe there's like somebody is in a mascot nearby and is like advertising for a different food truck, and I just want to push like that person who's in like a hot dog bun costume just into the crowd, knocking everybody over and causing a monster.
Sure, he's breakdancing.
Okay, so he's one of those
guys that throws those signs up. He's twirling a sign and he's doing all kinds of crazy moves, and you're just gonna walk over and push him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk over like, hey, hot stuff, and I just want to push him.
All right, roll your push, pull, or shove, or whatever it is. All right, success. So he's spinning the sign. He throws it up. He twirls, and he is
while it's in the air.
While it's in there, he's not paying attention, and you just walk up beside him and shove him as hard as you can, and he goes flying. And he's like, "Hey man, what's the big idea?" And people start shouting, "Hey, what's your problem, meat man? Why you push hot dog, John?" I don't know, what's it?
Wasn't me. It was that guy right there. And I'll like point over to like somebody else in the crowd, and I want to see if I can get them pushing each other.
Sure. Yeah. So I'm gonna say like a fight breaks out because everybody's been drinking. Everybody starts pushing one another, and it's just general chaos and anarchy. And you look over to where Valerie was, and she seems to have disappeared into the crowd when this broke out. So you managed to avoid any sort of contact with her for now. So you passed. Go ahead and mark off, give yourself a story point because you did your turmoil.
Got my story point for pushing a man in a hot dog costume.
Some drunk frat boy. That was last week, some drunk frat boy. Alley Cat, what do you want to do with yours? Either your aspiration or your turmoil. What are we going to do this time? Last time you made a contact, Terry Spuds Rogers at the... what was it? It was like an outreach program that you run.
So yeah, I have like a community outreach for like the people who who are in my God, I keep forgetting what my career is every single session.
Social
Social
What is
worker.
it called? Thank you, social worker. I'm gonna write it down so I don't forget it, even though like I keep not writing it down because I'm like, oh yeah, I'll remember social worker. That's like the easiest thing to remember ever, and then I always forget it. Anyway, yeah, no. So people who are being assisted by me as a social worker and other people in the community, I have like a little after hours circle just to chat with people. I think I said there were like about 5 to 8 people there on a regular basis, and one of them, of course, is Matthew Singh, probably the longest term person there.
Yeah. The owner of Paradise Liquor.
Yeah, so I think I'm. Yeah, exactly, Paradise Liquor. So I think I'm going to go ahead and if it's. Do you want to continue down that road? Because I think Terry was about to like open up about having some sort of.
It's up to you. So it's one of your what's your aspiration? What's your turmoil that you chose for your character?
So my aspiration is to reduce the suffering in the city. She wants to remove the crime lords and corrupt cops and foster community-based self-governance, anarcho-communist preferably, but she'll settle for normal and not totally corrupt and super shitty like it is. And her turmoil is that she still loves Delilah Dane, but doesn't know how to improve herself enough to win her back. Instead, she pursues shallow relationships, drinking, and digging even deeper into her dogmatic vigilantism.
Right. So do you want to do a scene based around your aspiration, or do you want to do a scene based on trying to overcome your turmoil?
I think she avoids improving herself as much as possible, honestly.
Okay.
Let's go with aspirations.
Okay, so what? Give me a situation. Give me a scene that you want to do that you can use one of your roles. We'll just do it just like with last week and Meat Man's. We'll zoom into just like a little role playing scenario and make a roll and see if you further your aspiration.
Okay, all right. So we've already established that she has this little community corner. I think today she's probably, oh God, is she going to tackle the law? All right, so there's this one old woman that she's friends with who wants to maintain a garden plot in her front yard, and there's a zoning law preventing you from growing edible plants in your front lawn. On this particular street, and so she's going to see if she can't find somebody willing to help advocate for this old lady who wants to grow tomatoes.
So do you want to take it to City Hall? Are you going to go to City Hall and you're going to maybe appeal this for her?
Yes, she's going to City Hall so that her community can grow tomatoes in their front lawns.
I like it.
Grass is an abomination against man.
We didn't name a city hall, did we?
The environment.
We have the Jonathan Rockton building is our government building. So why don't we say you're going to the Jonathan Rockton building? So you're there,
and I'm taking old lady Jemima Williams.
Okay, you've taken her with you.
Jemima Williams.
And the two of you are going down there.
Mrs. Williams.
And you're going to go try to get zoning approval.
Yes.
So we'll say that the I don't know what you guys call them down there. City councilors are meeting. It's an open forum, and you have the mic. It's your turn to go ahead and try to convince them to allow this lady to grow tomatoes for the community, for Paradise.
Yes. All right. So I have the mic, and the reason this law exists is because growing tomatoes would constitute being a farm, and there isn't proper zoning for that. So she's going to go up and propose that respectable members of the Paradise community. We are all aware that this is a fantastic city, and one in which many people attempt to go about their daily lives and try their darndest to earn their way in this world through a variety of means, one of which, of course, can include growing your own produce, in my esteemed opinion. And I would like to propose that this woman has done nothing wrong by growing tomatoes in her front lawn, and should be allowed to continue, as she is not intending to sell these tomatoes to the community, but rather just keep them for herself and those she considers friends. This does not violate any sort of rational law, and is merely an archaic and deleterious practice that has been kept in the law books for far too long.
Yes. All right.
God.
I like it. I don't think so. Masked Rider Gaming. I don't think Alley Cat's in costume at City Council. I think this is Tabitha, her alter ego, who's there
Yes.
advocating, because heroes are not particularly liked in this city. So what skill do you want to use? I'm looking.
Especially Alley Cat with her constant battle cry of "I hate cops."
Which social worker skill are you going to use? So we got size someone up, read the situation, watch for trouble, surveil someone, treat injury, or anything else.
Does treat injury refer specifically to? I think probably a veil. It makes the most sense, right?
Treat an injury? That would be like if someone's hurt in combat.
No, sorry, I said I think a veil would make the most sense. I was thinking about treating injury, and then I'm like, no, this makes absolutely no sense. I'm being
surveil
very
someone?
metaphorical. Oh, wow, I misread that too. No, read the
Read the situation.
read the situation.
Well, you're trying to
Yeah,
like
read the
convince them.
situation.
You want them to change zoning laws. So it's almost like anything else. You're you know what I mean?
You're right. It
so
is.
so this is gonna be a 50-50. Go ahead and roll me a D100 as you're pleading your case. They seem to be buying it.
Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna roll 1D100.
Oh, and all of a sudden, the corrupt city councilor for Paradise steps in and he grabs the mic and he says, this is hogwash. We're not going to change the laws for one woman and her tomato garden. Quit wasting our time. And, dismissed. Take the mic away from this woman. And you know he's in the pocket of the Court of Dis. And
What's this guy's
hit
name?
They hit their little gavel. Denied. Chat, come up with a name for me while we jump over there. What's the name of this corrupt city councilor for Paradise? And we've already used Spud, so we're not gonna use Spud again. Agent X. While we got names flooding in, let's jump over to yours. What do we want to do for your interlude?
Okay, so Agent X's aspiration is to find his wife's killer and bring them to justice, because he's a Paul Piro, and that's Paul Piro stuff.
Yeah.
But his turmoil is that he wants to continue to be Agent X, but he's afraid of losing himself to his ancestors' control. So I think he would want to work on his turmoil first. He's already got some leads for his aspiration. He knows that's going to be long term, but if he doesn't get control of Wild Bill Hickok, it could all go to hell. So I think the scene would open up with him actually in his living room. And he's pulling out this big old mirror that his wife had in her bedroom for, putting on dresses and checking herself out. And he puts that across from the coffee room table from him. And he sits down with 2 shot glasses and a bottle of whiskey. He puts a picture of his wife, Annie, out, and he puts his DPA badge and identification out. And then he slowly manifests these 2 spectral 6-shooters, and he puts them down on the table.
Okay.
And then he looks at the mirror. He's like, all right, Bill, enough of this shit. Show yourself. We got business that we need to take care of. You can't be pushing your agenda on me in the field, Bill. I need to be in control. You want to see justice done for your great great grandnephew. You want to let me wield these powers? That's great. I'm here to do that. But if you keep interfering, I'm going to end up in the well. I'm not going to solve Annie's murder, and you're going to be stuck just sitting inside of me while I rot in prison. Are you listening to me? Are you listening to me, Bill? It's time for me to be driving this body and not you. So I'm going for an intimidate. Intimidate the ghost of my ancestor.
Yeah, and you're looking in the mirror, and your reflection is slowly turning into that of Wild Bill Hickok, and he's standing there staring back at you as you're goading him.
Let's see what we can do. Yes.
Success. All right, so all of a sudden this spirit, this ghost, it starts to like manifest in the mirror, and you see like this like ectoplasm start to like reach out around out of the mirror and almost to you, almost like to grab you and pull you in, and you're sitting there and you're screaming at him, and that's enough to kind of like shudder, and it pulls back, dissolves back into the mirror, and the reflection turns back to you, and you feel like you've won this fight today, but you know this is not the last of it. You know that your ancestor's going to try and use you as a tool once again. So go ahead and give yourself a story point for that.
So Dirk Hickok drinks the whiskey, takes a second shot of whiskey, throws it at the mirror, goes, "I'll be seeing you, Bill, but on my terms."
Very good. All right, and we've got Guy Puffleton as our city councilor for Paradise. And last but not least, Nightlight, what are we doing for yours?
So I was gonna do the opposite. So I was gonna do his aspirations. So Nightlight obviously is having a hard time, people not calling him a kid and not treating him like a hero. So he thought, since he's the Truffle Lord, he was gonna make a commercial sponsored by Nightlight with all of his money. So it's gonna be like a commercial where like he comes out as himself as a little kid as the Truffle Lord, and he like does his little bit, and then he's like, "Oh, but look who's here!" And it like only does like the little like camera change, and he like turns into his costume, and he looks almost identical, just like a couple gloves and a mask on. And he's like, "Nightlight to sponsor the Truffle Lord's business. Hope you can see your local hero saving you soon." So I'm using throw money at the problem.
Okay.
Like creating a commercial to gain publicity.
What are you? You're independently wealthy or something? Is that
I
what
am.
you're...
Yes, the Truffle Lord makes a lot of money.
Okay. So you're making a commercial as Nightlight.
As both, yes.
And you're promoting your product. Okay. Let's do it.
I
fail. People. So you film the commercial, it goes out, and like, because there is such a negative view of heroes of the city, it backfires, and you watch your sales take a dip for the next little couple of weeks, and there is no interest in being associated with superheroes whatsoever. So your financials hurt for a little while. So you did not pass that aspiration. Crazy.
I'm 12. It's okay. Got plenty of time.
All right. So let's jump into the action. So Agent X, you're not going to be with them just yet. We're gonna introduce you, but the others are going to be together. And you've actually been called and summoned to meet your new police contact. Detective Wyatt Wilson calls you up and says, I guess he calls your meat truck. How else do they have? Because Grendel was the nice one that talked to them. Alley Cat insulted him for being a cop the whole time. Meat Man.
Yeah, yeah, she did.
I'm trying to think, who would he call? I guess maybe Nightlight? You spoke to
Nightlight.
Yeah,
sure.
The 12-year-old lunatic who kills everybody. Or the person who hates cops.
That. No one knows that.
I mean, my character hates cops, but she's also, like, kind of responsible in other ways.
I'm very mature for my age.
Bad person.
I'm not.
All right. Nightlight, you get a call. And, Detective Wyatt Wilson goes, "Hey, I was trying to reach Grendel and I couldn't get through to him. But I had your number as well."
Did you see my commercial?
What? Your commercial? Oh, yeah, it was terrible.
It's all on the local. Oh, really?
Yeah. Production values were bad. And,
I spent like $1 million on that.
Why would they associate with truffles? Why would a superhero associate with truffles?
Well, I mean, it's like my origin story and everything, man. You don't
Uh,
have to be so harsh.
anyways, listen. I heard the boys talking in the precinct, and some bad shit's going down tonight. I heard Paradise is gonna get hit hard by the Court of Dis. They're unleashing their street level gang, the Hellhounds, on
Oh,
Paradise.
sweet! I heard Meat Man's running low on meat.
What?
Good.
He told me the other day that he was like low in supply.
What does that have to do with stopping these crimes?
Oh, I don't know. I just coincidental, I guess.
Listen, you need to get the group together. You need to get the covenant together, and you need to patrol the streets. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's gonna go down, but it's some bad shit. That's all I know. And the whole precinct's on the take.
Okay, got it. I'll shine the nightlight. Everybody will know what to do.
Okay, thanks, kid. Hey, do you can I get somebody else's contact number also to call in the future?
No, not really.
It is weird calling a 12-year-old and asking them for help.
Alley Cat hates cops, and Meat Man's really busy a lot of the time, so he normally forwards like his calls to me. And I don't know what happened to Grindle, but he's probably somewhere.
Okay.
But you can call me anytime. I'm always free. I mean, even at school, I can step out and just miss the lecture. It's okay.
Stay safe, kid. Stay safe. Things are gonna
Okay,
get nasty out there tonight.
Sounds good. Thanks. Bye.
Bye. All right, so Meat Man and Alley Cat, are you and Nightlight? Are you all together at this point, or what does this look like?
I can hardly imagine Alley Cat hangs out at Meat Man's hand. I don't think that's how she
Deep
rolls.
cuts.
She's
Meat
probably on the
Man.
street.
Yeah, Meat Man and Nightlight, we're like this, so I'm sure
Yeah,
I might have even overheard part of the conversation. Like, no, don't tell him I'm low.
I have no parents or anything here, so I'm really on my own.
I'm your parental figure.
Yeah, it's probably not a good idea.
Not at all.
I'll text Alley Cat the news. Meet at the truck. Troubles afoot. Meat's on the menu.
That's all your text says. Meat's on the menu.
I call Nightlight.
I'm Nightlight.
Hey, what's up? You just texted me. I don't read texts.
Oh, meat's on the menu. Meet at the truck.
Oh God, are you gonna kill more people? Fine.
I hang
See you
up.
soon.
Okay.
The Beast Mobile is on its way.
The Beastmobile. Your bicyclette.
my
H&X. You have vehicle for your motor transportation, don't you?
Yes.
What do you drive, or how do you get around?
When Agent X, when he is Agent X, actually out of the shadows, an ectoplasmic horse appears, and he rides a ghost stallion into battle.
Oh, that's cool. Do you ride on like from roof to roof, or just through the streets? What is?
Yeah,
what's
he full ghost riders it. I mean, right up the sides of buildings, and it's a ghost horse.
I'm gonna say
Hell
that
yeah.
you have been watching and you've been following a couple of SUVs through Paradise, and you know that these are hellhounds. You know these are the low level Court of Dis gangsters, and you're following them, watching them, preparing for your moment. They stop outside of a building, just an apartment building, and a dozen of them pile out of two SUVs. They are all armed. They're well dressed. So we established they all wear really, really nice suits. They all have demon masks on over their faces. They seem to be equipped with Uzis and katanas strapped to their backs. And you see all of them file out. 6 out of each of these big SUVs file out outside of an apartment building. 2 of them run in, and they run out right away, and all of a sudden, boom, a bomb goes off in the building, and you can hear screaming and a fire erupts. Meat Man, Alley Cat, and Nightlight, you also hear an explosion nearby, and you see black smoke billowing in the sky. Agent X, those two hellhounds that ran in, they come out, and as people are coming out of the apartment building, they're gunning them down as they try to flee.
So what you see stepping out of the shadows is Agent X, he's dressed in he's currently dressed in like charcoal gray tack pants, that black polo with the DPA symbol on the left shoulder and the subdued American flag on the right, and a tack vest. But then the ectoplasm starts to flow out of his body, and he becomes a shadow subsumed inside of this ectoplasmic cowboy. And his spectral six shooters come up, and he opens fire on these guys.
Very good. All right, let's get initiative going here for our first combat. So support's gonna go first. Support, who's on the way to the scene. Then artillery.
Blow 'em up.
Then the minions. So what this is this is a group. Like I said, there's 12 of them. So this is a group of minions you're facing. And if you remember, we faced minions in the very first adventure, and it's more of every time you do damage to a group of minions, it reduces the number in the group by 1. So there's 12 of them. They're kind of scattered around the area. You damage the group, they deplete by 1. For every boon you get on an advantage dice, you can spend to reduce the size of the minion group by an additional point. We also have a number of complications here in this scene. We're adding complications into our initiative track that will count down when it gets to them. So it is something you need to focus on if you don't want them to go off. Why is it doing that?
Okay, I can go twice.
Okay. My numbers are just buggered up. Okay. So, complications are there are several survivors still trapped in the debris of the building and need to be freed. So we're gonna have little tick boxes that will tick down, and if you don't complete that, then it will harm you in other ways, your reputation or group. The other one are enemies are gunning down the survivors who made their way out of the rubble, and each time that we hit that on the track, we tick off another box, and they shoot more and more survivors. So we got a couple of things going on here. We've got the minions. They're spread out. They're killing people as they're coming out of the building and fleeing for their lives. We also have people who are trapped, and there is just anarchy happening in the streets. So first up is our support. So are you just taking your bicycle there?
Jesus. Yeah, no, I got here on my bicycle, probably just arriving now.
Yes.
And I see this scene laid out before me, and the meat on the menu comment is ringing in my ears in a very negative light. As I see the carnage before me, and I'm looking around for anything that can possibly assist, and I think I'm going to try and use luck to see if I can't find something that'll just knock out a large number of minions at once, or potentially get more of these hostages out. Maybe like a sewer entrance or something that I might be able to coordinate hostages going into rather than towards these shooters. Gonna see if I can't luck that into existence somehow.
How does the luck power work again, though? The luck power is situational, isn't it?
Oh, it totally is. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of where it's stored on
luck manipulation. Thing. So you can spend, you can increase or decrease the number rolled on the percentile by 20. So you can manipulate probabilities with precision, making things either more or less likely to happen than they otherwise would. Either when I roll or when you roll. So if I roll really well for a bad guy, you can use it on me as well. And we saw that, I think, last issue. Yes. Alarms are going off. There are no sirens. The police are not showing up to the scene, and people are screaming. And there's also a strange hero that you assume they're a hero. There's someone standing there you've never seen before with holding 2 6-shooters.
So actually, so
I'm assuming that this person with the shooters is not, who is not actually shooting at any of these people, is not necessarily the first threat to look at. Anyway, what were you going to say, Aaron?
I was going to say, before we actually got started in this initiative track, I was going to use the leader ability to move myself up 2 spots. Use 2 hero points to move myself up 2 spots in the initiative track.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yes, please do.
Okay. I bumped the leader up. You can see that on the
Yep.
mat there. Okay. Very good. All right. So
Does that put you ahead of me?
no,
No.
Alley Cat's still up first.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm still gonna have to figure something out to do.
You
So
can
I
just-
think
you
I'm
can
gonna
just
go
punch
ahead and
them or
use
hit them.
agility.
You can throw your bike at them. You can do whatever that looks like. You can leap off of your bike onto a
Yeah. Okay.
fire hydrant and then at the group of them and attack them. Whatever.
Ooh. Yeah. I like that. I like that. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my bike as a tool to break a fire hydrant. And what would I be rolling in that case?
You're gonna be rolling a D100, and I'm gonna give you 2 advantage dice on that. I'll roll those for you because I don't think you have the macro set up, right? So
Okay,
you're
I got a
successful.
24.
You're successful. So you do this. What does that look like when it plays out?
All right, so I fly onto the scene, and as soon as I see what's going on, I screech my bike off to the side and hop off of it and kind of do like a little flip in the air and bring my bike down almost as if it's like a great hammer and jank it into the side of the fire hydrant, hopefully directing its flow towards the
Yeah.
massive minions
So
before me.
You bring the bike down, and the water just funnels out, shoots out, and hits one of them, knocks them out, throws them up against a building, completely knocked out cold, drops their sword, drops their Uzi. The rest turn around, again, dapperly dressed, very, very nice designer suits, these horrific demonic masks, and you have the full attention of the group now at this point. You managed to take out 1, so 1 success will take out 1. You didn't roll any boons. Boons will also help you take down the size of the minion group. Let's jump over to our artillery. Nightlight, you're pulling up on the scene in the deep cuts with Meatman.
Yeah. Okay. Quick question. So, doesn't matter what you roll, right? It's just 1 success for minions.
Right. But the
Okay.
challenge dice will let you reduce it for each boon you roll.
Yeah,
on
boon you
on
get. Okay,
advantage.
gotcha.
You can do more. Yeah.
And for like, I just wanted to mechanically, like, if we are using our skills and we're going to different fights, are we keeping our time tokens in the where they are going to the next fight, or are we like refreshing those?
It'll refresh. So with every combat, you're going to go back up to full hit
Okay.
points. You're going to get your hero points back. You'll carry over.
Gotcha.
Any
I
hero
just didn't
points
know
you
how
had
it
from
worked
the-
mechanically.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Evan,
Cool.
if you want, I could do it here, like a teamwork maneuver here, like something with the van, since you're whatever it is you want to do, I can play off it if you want to get some extra.
Sure.
dice.
Well, I'll explain what I'm going to do, and then you can say what you want to do to help. Yeah. So Nightlight will, when we kind of get up to the scene, he'll fly out using fire and ice in each hand to kind of propel him forward. He'll go past the shadowy figure with the 6 shooters and wave at him and say, "I'm Nightlight." And then he'll fly up into the air and he'll stick one of his hands out, and it starts to glow red. And as it happens, the demonic shadow behind him forms like a demonic shadow hand on his hand, like a massive spirit bomb of fire comes out right on the minions.
Okay.
So for the teamwork maneuver, we'll say you were in the back of the truck. As I spin up, I do like a 360, knock a couple of them down, and then you fly the doors open, and then you burst out of the back as the combat vehicle like smashes into a few.
Yeah, I like it. All
I
right.
like that. I'll give you 4 advantage dice on this, but you get 1 challenge because it's a ranged attack. I think we forgot that last time. You get challenge dice for melee
So 4.
and challenge for ranged.
It's not working. It says doc parent can't function.
I can do it.
Okay. So you roll 4 and 1, right?
So 2 boon
Okay, I'm using fire.
and 1 bane. So cancel out one of your boons.
Okay. I will use a hero point to make it successful. And then I'm going to spend I'm going to use my fire manipulation to flip over my powerful attack. So it does 2 extra damage to minions. So 2 more minion damage. And then I'm going to spend 3 hero power to use artillery, which does 6 more minions. So it's going to be a total of 10.
10 minions?
Yeah, because I get 1 for the success, 1 for the advantage, then I get 2 for fire
Yep.
manipulation, and I get 6 for my artillery ability.
Holy shit! Really? Okay. I'm Nightlight.
I'm
Uh,
Nightlight.
So there were 12 of them. No, there was 11 after Alley Cat took one out. So now there's 1. Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, that's crazy. So you fly up on the scene, yeah, and the truck crashes into them, and you're in the sky shooting fire down and ice, and you're managing to just kind of like kill most of them. Wow, Agent X, over to you. You witnessed this.
He looks over, he goes, "Damn, son, that's mighty fine." And boom, takes a couple of shots with his spectral 6-shooters.
There's 1 left.
Let's see how he fares.
Wow. That's a hit. And
So oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and damage doesn't matter because it's a minion, so go ahead.
So yeah, so I just take one quick shot at him, drop him, turn and say, "I think there's still people in the rubble. If you're the Covenant, we need to get to it."
Okay, very good. So they're all dead. The last one.
We are
dropped.
the Covenant. Who are you?
Well, let's worry about who I am after we get these people out of this. We got him out of this burning building.
Yeah, Alley Cat, let's do that.
Yes, yes. Let's do that. What the fuck is Grendel? Anyway,
So we're still in initiative, right? Because we still
Yeah, I
have to save
wasn't
the
sure.
building.
I mean,
No,
initiative,
no.
or-
So
Okay.
it actually states like, so if all the villains are defeated, the enemies are defeated, immediately check off all the remaining boxes, and you're gonna gain hero points, and you can distribute them amongst yourselves equal to the number of boxes on there. So you got the 4 of you gain 5 hero points that you can now take into the next scene, on top of the hero points you get at the beginning of a scene.
I'll take a couple.
So
yeah, that sounds fair.
you help people out of the rubble, I'm assuming. Do you help these people who are?
I'll back the meat truck in. Everybody get on board.
Yeah, I'll make like a frozen ice tunnel that they can run into to
Sure.
like, make the
So, yeah.
debris not fall on them and stuff.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
people.
and I just run and help individual people.
You pick
I'm
up
not
people.
actually like super powerful.
You pick up people who have been trapped under rubble and maybe their legs are broken and they can't really move. So you're
Yeah.
lending a shoulder and helping them out. And there's people crying. There's people calling for help. They're like, "Where are the police? What's going on? Who are these people? Why did they attack us?" And just thank you. And it's the heroes of paradise. We've heard of you.
And,
Oh,
and
Cops
so
are part of the problem. Remember to support community-based resources.
I'm Agent
Also,
Hickok. I'm Agent Hickok with the DPA.
Hi.
I'll call in and have DPA resources sent here to help you. I have no idea where the cops are. Well, the local police, but the DPA will take care of the situation. And so he gets on the phone to Director Stern and he's like, "You were right, Director. They're hitting Paradise hard. We're gonna need some resources out here, some emergency medical support. I'll liaison with this group of super powered vigilantes that you sent me out here to deal with, and we'll see what we can do. I'll keep you posted."
Stern
Yeah,
says,
turn.
"Listen, this isn't supers based. This is low level crime. We're not getting involved in this. You keep watch on those 3 because we need to know what's going on with them. But we're not sending any backup to fight some local street toughs."
I'm not talking about backup, Director. I'm talking about emergency services for the civilians, because ain't nobody coming into this neighborhood, and there are people who are getting shot and burned out of their homes, and that ain't right. I know you pulled Grendel off for some special mission, and he'd have been a lot of help to these folks, and I'm happy to be here to help them, but somebody's got to be sent in here to take care of these bleeding civilians, or it's going to be all across the news that we don't give a damn about this city.
Let's set aside. I'll call in a favor or 2, all right?
Thank you, Director.
Watch those 3, though, especially that kid. There's something up with him.
I just saw him take out 10 of these bastards with Uzis. He's all right in my book. But I'll keep an eye on him. That's an order, I understand.
Hey, I'm Nightlight. Who are you?
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Special Agent Dirk Hickok. They call me Agent X.
Cool guns you got there, man. Really did a big number on him.
Well, son, let's be fair. You did a big number on him. And that was mighty impressive.
My partner's in the van over there. That's Meat Man.
Yeah, I know who he is. We've got a big file on that one.
Meat Man's carrying bodies and throwing them into the back of the truck, and he is trying to get Nightlight to use his fire ability on his cleaver so he can cauterize the wounds of the victims. Come on, kid, I can help these people. Just burn it up really fast.
Yeah, no problem.
Hold still.
Hickok's got his notepad out, and he's just making notes. He's like, I don't know how you're not in the well. I really don't, but all right.
This is what 12-year-olds are supposed to be exposed to. Shh.
Pleasure to meet you, Copper. My name's Alley Cat.
I know who you are, too. It's a pleasure to meet you, miss.
I wish I could say the same. But I hear you're having trouble with your, lords and masters. And, well, welcome to the club.
I work for the DPA, and we're doing just fine. Now, the local PD can't speak for them. That's a fact, ma'am. I am proud to do it.
Oh, honey.
Can we look in like their car or their van or whatever they took to see if there's any indication of where they were trying to bring stuff?
Yeah, they got cell phones on them. They've got
some sort of.
So you can go ahead and search them. It doesn't really turn anything up. It looks like their phones all are locked. I'm assuming you killed all these guys instead of, subduing them.
What? No, I did. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you totally did.
There's another way to do things.
I mean, I would have subdued the one if Meat Man hadn't probably already drug him back to his cart.
Right?
Ben didn't do anything in this fight. He just drove Nightlight. That's all he was a chauffeur this time.
So
yeah, I've got that in my notes, Meat Man. Don't worry.
He's the one. I'm proud of him. Don't get me wrong. I'm very proud. But yeah, I didn't kill anyone this time.
Thanks, partner.
You got it.
So you
I'm
mop up.
Grundle and /or people qualms about killing people.
They're not people. Record this. Okay. That's something different entirely. They're just food.
Yeah, they're trying to.
Technically, Meat Man, they are people, but I mean, they were people attempting to assassinate citizens, so the use of deadly force is warranted under the Superpowers Act. If you take a look at the DPA statutes, however, we should try to keep it to a minimum.
You lost me at acronyms, old man. Hear that, Alley Cat? He said it's okay for me to kill these people.
I don't take orders from that man.
That's not what I said at all, but...
I don't recognize his authority.
Right. You know who else doesn't respect my authority? All those bastards sitting in the well. But that's all right. I'm here to help you tonight because we got problems. You don't have to like me. That's okay.
All right. Well, Santa's little helper, let's get to work. Where are these people? What are these people trying to do here? Can I use one of my magical social workers abilities and read the situation?
Well, I'll tell you what. You're trying to, you're helping the last person out of this building that's burning and it's rubble, and they're thanking you, and the neighborhood has really started to rally around this team, and specifically you, Alley Cat, because you are the most prominent presence here, and as you're helping this person out, and you're starting to size up the situation. Your phone rings. Your cell phone. You look down and it's Matthew Singh calling you.
I gotta take this. Help her to the truck if it's not filled with dead bodies. Oh God, just help this woman somewhere, please. I gotta take this. Hi.
So you click over to the phone, and you're not greeted by a hello or anything. You can hear people shouting. Get on the fucking floor. I'm gonna shoot your head off, man. Give me all the money. Give me all the money in the cash register.
Paradise Liquor right now.
We'll execute you and your family.
Get the truck rolling.
So Meatman drops the person he was just helping and gets into the van. Let's go, Nightlight. Oh man, if you want to ride, hop on in.
Agent X turns and ectoplasm forms around him, and a spectral horse is standing right next to him. And he jumps on and goes, "Follow me!" And he is gone.
Remember, citizens, support your own community. The cops don't give a shit. Bye.
Yeah, Grindel said we are the Covenant. Remember, we're the good guys.
Okay. Okay, so you're on your way to Paradise Liquor. So something's up. Like, you can hear shouting, and you get up on the scene, Alley Cat, and you can see more of these SUVs parked outside. And through the window, you can see that there are Quarter Disc Hellhounds in there. They've got Matthew Singh at gunpoint. You see his family is in there, and the situation doesn't look good. Does not look good.
Is there just more cronies?
Yeah, more cronies. It looks like there's 2 groups of 8 in here this time, and they're all on. Well, I'm gonna say there's 4 of them outside, and you can see through the windows, through the barred windows. There's 4 on the inside and 4 on the outside. So let's go to initiative again. So everybody's gonna get their hero points back once again. At the top of this, if you lost any hit points, you'll get those back. And let's see how we do this one. Support is up first again.
Nice.
And next we have a complication. Following that is our leader. Next up, our first squad of minions. Then our artillery.
Finally.
And then we have our striker and our last group of minions. So we'll
Move me up, old man.
the minions on the inside. So our complication here on this scene is that is not the right one. The owner, and I'm going to say there are 5 people on the inside, a mix of people who are in there shopping and also his family, because they're going to say they live above the liquor store, are in there, and they're at gunpoint, and they're being screamed at by more of these Quarter Discs. Again, fine suits, Uzis, katanas, demonic masks.
So I will spend a hero point to move Nightlight up above in front of that one group of minions.
Okay.
All right, come on, kid, get up there. That's right. That's how we got to approach this situation. And then I'll spend another hero point to move Meatman up.
Oh. Meatman. All right. So let's hop over to Alley Cat. Alley Cat, you're riding up on the scene. Are you in the deep cuts, or are you on your bike?
So yeah, no, I was in the deep cuts, but I think as soon as we get there, I pop out the back without letting anybody know, and kind of as I'm popping out the back, I say, "Take the ones outside," as I ride my bike around.
Yep.
And using, of course, my super agility, because I'm not wasting any fucking time. I think I know this place really well. In fact, we kind of established in the very first episode that there was a back alley entrance that nobody ever uses. That is how Singh and I get into contact with each other, right?
Yep.
I pop in through there.
Okay. Very good. Very good.
And I want to sneak my way into the building.
Okay. Remember, we also have we have tokens, continuity tokens for retcons and back issues if we want to introduce new things as well in this episode. That was introduced last game. So it was established that you have a connection with Matthew Singh, the owner of Paradise Liquor. So you make your way in that way. You're going to use that to your advantage. So you're in the back room. You're in the back storage area. There's nobody back there, and you can see. You got the door cracked, and you can see that there's 4 of these guys in here. People at gunpoint. What do you want to do? How do you want to approach this situation? They are not aware that you're in there.
All right. So let me kind of make a mental map here.
Mm-hmm.
They're all probably we've got like our square room.
Room.
I'm in the back room.
And we'll say the till's at the front near the door, and you're at the opposite end, and there's just rows and rows of liquor.
Rows and rows of liquor. That's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
So, would it be possible for me to knock down a shelf of liquor
Yes.
on the assailants?
I love it. Yep. Go for it. I'm going to give you two advantage dice for that, but I'm also going to give you a challenge because they have the advantage right now. Ooh.
Not great. Not great.
Is that a fail?
All right. So I'm assuming, am I using agility here? Yeah. I don't know how this could not be a fail.
You could use a hero point to make it
succeed.
Yeah.
I'm going to use a hero point to make it succeed. Yeah. I
drops it down to a 72.
Yep. That's what I'm doing.
All of a sudden, these guys are yelling, "Get on the fucking floor! Give us the fucking money!" And they're screaming, and people are weeping, and the owner's just like, "Take what you want, take what you want." These guys, hands up the air. The door flies open, and you just shoulder check into one of these shelves full of liquor, and bring it down on one of the minions, taking them out, subduing them, trapped underneath one of these shelves. So you reduce the size of those minions on the inside by 1, and they all turn around now, guns trained on you. Where did you come from? How did the mask get in here? We got a complication. So with that, they see you, and one of them at the front, bang, shoots one of the customers and kills them.
Fuck.
Shit. That got dark. But the complication did come up on the on the thing. So you startle them, bam, screaming erupts in the store. Let's jump over to Agent X.
Agent X, seeing this, aims carefully with his spectral shooter and shoots at the guy who just shoots through the window at the minion that just shot that guy.
Okay, very good. The Hellhound.
Die, you damn hellhound.
That's a hit. I'll give you an advantage die for that. As you shoot through the wall, it's like a dead-eye shot. It's cool.
That does not function for me today for some reason.
See, it wasn't working for me either.
Okay. Not a blank die. So you aim from the outside. The others are like, the ones on the outside spin around as the truck pulls up and you ride up on your horse, and they're screaming and shouting. They're pointing their guns and their Uzis at you, and you just like aim your gun right past them, fire. They're kind of startled because it doesn't hit any of them. It goes right through and just downs that one hellhound on the inside that just executed a civilian.
And for my movement action, I barrel the spectral horse through the front window of the liquor store and land in the middle of these minions to try to give them a more entertaining target to shoot at rather than civilians.
Awesome. Okay, I like it. So you and Alley Cat are now in there. Artillery. Who's our artillery again? That is Nightlight. Over to you.
Okay, question. Are they considered two separate groups or one?
They are two
group?
separate groups. This one is divided into two different groups. So you have the group on the outside of 4 and a group on the inside where there's 2 left.
Okay, second question. Are they considered close to each other?
Why?
Because my fire can blow up and hit people close to the net, like whoever I target.
It's different with minions because it's more abstract than when you have like an actual like villain or lieutenant or something.
Okay, well, so there's the 4 of them. Or there's 3 inside and 4 outside now, right?
2 inside.
2 inside, 4 outside. The 4 outside are kind of like they're behind their SUV. They got their guns trained in your direction. They're using their SUVs as cover.
Okay,
and,
I will say to Meat Man, you get the guys inside. I'll deal with these dudes. And then he will outstretch his hand, and you can see like fire come from his hand, and then a giant fiery hand lifts up the SUV and just smashes all of the goons behind it.
Okay. Go ahead.
Ooh,
we can spend some hero points?
Some hero points
To make that a success.
Yeah.
Wow.
Spend,
we're getting 90s tonight.
And then I'll flip over my fire token to give it double, and then spend another one for artillery. So that's 5. So they're
so I'm going to give you 2 advantage because it's a cool maneuver you're doing. And
you gotta roll it,
you're gonna
yeah.
get one challenge because you are doing a ranged attack.
Oh,
Wow.
Nice.
then I
So-
don't even need to spend my thing.
So
Oh.
you have two boon you can spend. So you can use each of those to take out additional minions. So that is cool where you're picking up the truck and you can crush what, 3 of them just with your roll in those
4, because I can flip over my fire for a +2.
So with that, you just lift up the truck and it just boom, or the SUV, and bring it down on 4 of them, crushing and killing them under the weight of the SUV.
And then with my as Meat Man's turn, I'll use a team maneuver, and with my ice hand, I will put ice upon his cleavers, make them super sharp and slippery.
Okay, Meat Man, what do you want to do? It's your turn.
So the only ones left are inside the
2
liquor
left
store.
on the inside. Yeah.
Then there's only one thing I can do, Matt. I'm
you
going
driving your
to
truck?
drive my combat vehicle headlong into the liquor store,
No! I've already caused enough
running
collateral
them
damage,
over.
But you're going to ruin this man's shop.
So Evan, do you want to make the ground slick to help speed up?
No, I
his-
think I'm going to I think I'm going to emphasize his arsenal in the front and put ice spikes.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool!
Yeah.
I'll hit the dashboard, the front grill will pop off, all the blades that are hidden underneath the grill come out, and then that's where the ice starts
So you're going-
crystallizing.
You're going melee here. Okay.
Yeah,
So-
elongating them.
Go ahead and make your roll. You're gonna have 4 advantage dice here. I don't know why I just rolled that initiative. Ignore that.
That's good. 69 is
69.
Nice.
And you got 2 boons. I don't. There's
Uh,
not much you can do with those because you just drove right through the 2 remaining. But all of a sudden, so Alley Cat, you're in there. Agent X, you're in there. All of a sudden, the deep cuts smashes through the front of the store. He spears these 2 hellhounds on the front of the deep cuts. They're just impaled on the front of it. The store is ruined. It's wrecked, but you have saved the people from the court of dismembers.
I do think I will fly out of the truck as well, grab some of the broken bottles of liquor, and just start cutting and stabbing them, not realizing that, just making sure. Just want to make sure.
I turn to Sing as I pick him up and I look him over and I say, "Are you and your family safe?"
He looks over. It's his wife and his young son. They're okay, but there is someone bleeding out, dying on the ground. He goes, "Call 911! Call 911!"
Can I
Gotta try and
attempt to
save this
either
person.
freeze or cauterize the wound?
You
I
can
don't
try
know
to
which
do
one
that.
would make. I'll try and
You got
freeze
this.
it where it
I was gonna say. Also, our social worker can treat injury.
Oh yeah, actually, you know what? Yeah. So after I make sure that Sing's safe, I run over to this guy, and as
Yep.
they're all trying to figure out how to do that, I'm gonna go ahead and try to treat injury. Yeah.
So go ahead and roll me
were you gonna say?
a percentile. You have a 65% chance of success. I'm going to give you 2 advantage on this for Nightlight trying to cauterize the wound. So you got a boon.
slash
Yeah.
roll.
Don't worry.
Oh, do you want to spend some hero
no,
points?
No.
How many hero points do you have?
I only have 2. I don't
That's
think
not
I can
enough.
bring this
Yeah.
down. Yeah, it's not enough.
So I'll let you use your boon that you got on your dice to reduce it by 10. So I'll take you down to 86.
She only get to 66
Okay.
though. She's a
And
65.
it's 65.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
Yes?
Where is
Yeah.
the wound on this person?
It is on the chest.
Oh, okay. I was going to try to use a weapon and amputate and cauterize.
Oh.
Yeah, sounded like it.
Amputate
I don't think that
the
applies here.
limb. They're shot in the
So we're
chest.
still-
I think they're dying. I don't think you're doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I spend a couple minutes on it, and I look up and I say, I don't think I'm doing it either. And the ambulances aren't coming tonight.
I'm just
Nope.
gonna try and entomb them in ice so that they stay preserved before the ambulance, to slow down the
Mm.
degradation.
Yeah.
There'll
gonna
be
roll,
there'll,
or-
there'll be DPA forces coming, but yeah, there probably no civilian ambulances through here tonight.
You know what, Copper? You keep saying that, and I haven't seen any big black helicopters yet.
We don't travel in big black helicopters in the city.
I don't know
They're-
what you travel
they're-
in, sir. I haven't seen
no
anything
fl-
of your sort yet. Could
You-
somebody? I can't help this man. Somebody please help this man.
That's true,
Right.
ma'am. You have failed in one of your primary duties.
Oh,
Whoa, that was a little shots called. Okay, I'll freeze it up real quick. Shh.
It's all right, Alley Cat. You can't save them all. You'll get the next one. Let it go. We got more work to do.
And
Yeah, we're just getting started. Don't worry about it.
Agent Hickok goes over to Singh. He goes, "Here's my business card. You can contact the DPA for any insurance claims you have against damages caused to your business and or livelihood during our attempts to rescue you. That form will need to be filed within 30 days, and it will take up to 18 months for any insurance claims to be settled. Feel
Look
free
here.
to call me on that number, and I will sign out my witness statement to the effect that may speed things up."
Okay, I'll just write you a check. I'm like super rich. And I'll just like start writing a check for like, I don't know, 50,000 or something. Here you go.
I nudge Singh on the back to take the check.
he's
It's
kind of
legit money. I'm a truffle lord. Don't worry about
he's
it.
in shock with everything that's going on. He's looking at his store. His store is ruined. There's someone
Yeah, no,
dying on the
I think
floor.
that's probably
He's
rude.
trying to comfort his family. And let's say like maybe you take it from Nightlight and hand it to him, and he just doesn't
I
know
think
what
that's
to do.
how I do it. Yeah.
Okay, and he's kind of like doesn't know what to do, and maybe you fold it up and like, maybe put it in the front pocket of his shirt, and he's because he's
Yes.
he's just so consumed by everything that's just taken place.
Honestly, I walk the whole family up and away from the chaos down here, up to where they live.
Okay, yeah, I like that. These are your friends, right? It makes sense.
Yeah.
Agent X turns and looks at all the rest of the civilians. "I strongly recommend you all make your way home as quickly as possible and lock yourselves inside your houses. Being out on the streets tonight is clearly not in your best interest."
And if any of them hesitate, like they're in shock, Meat Man's just going to turn them, "Get out!"
So yeah, some of them start to. Some of them are there in shock, and with that, oh my god, somebody call an ambulance! And they scatter with that. As you've got a body on each shoulder, and you're toss them into the back of the truck, I assume.
Need to search them, look for clues and stuff.
And Agent X is on his phone trying to get more medical support in here, but he knows it's probably not going to help, but he's trying.
Very good.
We're the Covenant, the good guys. Remember that. Saved ya. Finger guns.
You're hearing screams, you're hearing sirens, you're hearing explosions like all over the neighborhood throughout the night. Like we're saying like an hour's passed, another hour's passed, and like there's anarchy in the streets. Fires are breaking out. And as you're driving around an hour after your last encounter, you're going past the bridge that leads over into the main part of the main city, the newer area. And on the bridge, you can see 2 Court of Dis SUVs again parked there, and you can see a person. There's 8 of them in total, and they're all actually 9 of them in total. There seems to be one who's more of a big boss, and he's standing there. He's bigger, beefier, but dressed the same way, and he's commanding and ordering the others around. It looks like they have someone bound in chains and their feet in cement, and it looks like they're ready to throw them off the bridge into the I don't know if there's really a river here. You're in a desert. It's more of like what are those
Dried out river.
What are those canals that they have that
It's probably a fake one. We have them out here where we like literally did
man-made canals.
It's a man-made canal. They're gonna toss this person. You see this on the bridge. As you head in that direction, though, you also see that there's 2 cars headed in the opposite direction, crossing the bridge, and the gangsters see them coming, or the hellhounds see them coming, and they open fire on the vehicles, and they lose control, and it looks like they're now driving all over the bridge, and they're careening, and they might drive off the edge as well. So we got another scene here. So we've got a squad.
Did we get hero points from the last one?
You didn't get any. Let me see here. Yes, 2 hero points. 2 hero points to divide amongst the 4 of you. So the scene is we've got 4 minions. We've got 1 lieutenant. They've got someone in chains with their feet in cement. Looks like they're going to throw them off the bridge. They've shot at a couple of cars on the opposite end of the bridge. They're speeding out of control across it. And you're on the scene. You see this. You witness this. And you have to stop them.
The big one's mine.
I'll save the
one's
man
the
in
big one?
chains.
The one that's bigger than all the other ones. That one right there. You see?
I'll kill them all.
As they
All right, I'll deal with the
Big
cars.
one.
God,
as
I
they see,
ride my bicycle to the cars with my superhuman agility.
as they see the 4 of you round the corner, they push the person off the bridge. That's also one of your complications. There's 2 complications here. All right.
See, we divided up nicely.
So, first up, our minor
Fuck.
villain. That's good. Your leader is good at moving you all around. Minor villains up first. Our lieutenant, our hellhound lieutenant. Then a complication one,
boy.
Oh, Jesus.
which is the cars, the careening cars. Then our leader.
That's
Then complication 2, the guy who got pushed off the bridge and will drown.
oh my! This is the worst possible rolls.
And then the other minions.
Jeez.
How many complications do I have here? I feel
You
like
got
I have
the
too many
cars.
complications. No, it's not that many complications. Then it's our artillery. Then it's our striker. And then it's our
Alley
support.
cat.
Support has been going first. This is the first encounter. Support's on first. So the lieutenant, the hellhound lieutenant, sees the group of you riding and driving in his direction, and he also has a sword and a submachine gun. He's gonna open fire.
Hold on. No, he's not, because I'm going to move some people around first.
All right, yes, use your leader ability.
Okay, so first I'm going to move Nightlight up 2.
Woo! Baby!
Okay, so you're in front of both of the complications now.
That's 2 hero points.
At least I can get rid of the minions.
How do we divvy up the hero points, by the way?
Yeah, who took
I
hero points on the last scene?
if I can have those 2 hero points from the last scene, I can move some people around.
Yeah, it's fine.
You can have them.
So
and there should be 1 extra for everyone else from the last one too.
right, and I'll spend
Okay.
2 hero
Sounds good.
points to move Meat Man up 2
Yeah.
spots.
Okay.
I will spend 2 hero points to move myself up, and
Ooh, to the front of
that's
the turn order.
it. Yep.
Okay.
Right.
Are you riding up on your steed?
Yep, on my spectral horse. And since the big leader gets to go first, I guess I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay. He turns around.
Better
he sees
be careful if
And
you
he just-
kill him.
You. He aims his Uzi right at you as you're riding at him. He sees you. The 2 of you lock eyes.
I'm coming for you, son. And hell's coming with me. And yes, I love that goddamn movie.
All right, that's a hit.
Well,
But because this is not just a minion, that's the amount of damage you do, unless you want
Yep.
to spend some
Yeah.
points.
yep. Yeah, no, I really not much I can do with that. So I've only got 1 hero point left, and I'll.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so you fire and you hit him. I'll give you. You got 1 challenge die because it's a ranged attack. So let's see if. Okay, nothing on there and I'll give you 1 advantage die. Okay, you got an advantage. You got a boon. How do you want to spend that?
Okay, I will. I'll up the damage.
Another 10.
Yeah.
Okay, so you hit him, and he's bleeding. He looks down at the wound. He touches it. He looks at the blood on his hand, and he's going to open fire on you with his automatic.
Pew 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 pew.
66 points of damage.
Okay.
Or so yeah, he just opens up. Just bullets just come flying in your direction.
So I will I will use my I've been around Pulp Hero ability and
Yes.
put 2 time tokens on my hypercognition to activate super toughness, which I will then put 2 more time tokens down on and reduce that damage to 46.
Nice.
So it's basically, you see his spectral duster just kind of whips around and deflects some of the energy from some of the bullets away from him.
Very good. So complication 1 is the out of control cars. So they're driving all over the place. Their wheels have been, their tires have been blown out. They're hitting other cars. People are getting hurt. And one of them, there's 2 of them. One of the 2 dives off the side of the bridge and into the water. Let's go to our artillery. Nightlight.
So from what I've been told, it sounds like they're all standing right together.
Yes.
Perfect. I will fly up into the air, say, I am Nightlight, and a giant sun of energy will form around him as he becomes a new moon or sun or something, and he sends it down on everybody.
Jesus.
Perfect. Okay, so let's do some maths.
So there are civilians around too. You know, there are innocents.
Nightlight doesn't give
Not
a
anymore, they're not.
So I'm gonna make it an area attack. So I'll hit the villain, all the mooks.
The minions, yeah.
I'm going to spend the powerful attack to do an extra. Let me read it real quick.
You kill the lieutenant.
Oh, he's dead.
He
Okay.
just burns. Ah! He screams. His mask his demonic mask starts melting to his face, and he drops to the ground.
Then I'll spend my other fire to flip over to do 2 for minions, so that's 3. And then I'll spend 3 more hero tokens and kill them all.
And you wipe out, and this like demon shadow is behind you, and you just hear with this attack coming from Nightlight in the area, somewhere in the vicinity of Nightlight. Man, Nightlight is just crazy.
You thought I couldn't min-max in spectaculars. You were wrong.
All right, so you've killed the lieutenant. You have a car that is careened off the side. There are people down there, you assume drowning in their vehicle. There's also another out-of-control vehicle on the bridge. And there's someone drowning down there with chains and cement around their feet.
I will, if I can, if we're out of initiative.
Yeah, we're out of initiative, so you can.
I'll pull the van. I mean, I got harpoons and shit on this, so I'm gonna go ahead and fire one down to see if I can pull the guy up. Whoever is. I mean, you know, it happens.
It's a harpoon. What?
I have a very good aim. I'm gonna go for a fleshy spot and pull him up.
It
happens to fish all the time, right?
Man, why don't I just ride my stallion?
I think I'm gonna do this. I haven't got to do anything in any of these fights. I'm shooting this man.
Why don't you harpoon the grill of the car out the other side and tow it up?
All right, that probably makes more sense. So I'll do that.
Okay, I lost my connection server. I was trying to roll your challenge days. Oh, you got a boon on that though. Okay.
So yeah, I'm just gonna use my combat vehicle. So that's a success.
A harpoon shoots out. You get the grill. You pull it out, but as you're pulling this car up and back onto the bridge, I'm gonna say the door gets caught on the side of the bridge, and kind of you rip it off, and someone falls out of the car down into the river. So you're not able to rescue everyone. There's someone else who's fallen down there.
And that's why you shoot the people that you want to pull up with the harpoon and not the car, because they just fall out. Trying to be a good person here, and this is what happens.
I'll go get him. I'll get him. Don't worry.
So while that is going on, I would like to, as I mentioned before, use my superhuman agility to ride my bike literally adjacent to the one last car that's careening out of control.
Yeah.
And literally eschew my bike and hop right into the. I mean, we're in the desert here. The windows are open, and the AC is running because, again, we're in the desert and this is America. So I pop into the in through the open window, and I try to drive better than this person was.
Okay, go ahead and make me roll. Roll me a D100, please. I'm gonna give you a challenge die also.
Yeah, let's see.
All right.
Ooh.
That is
You know what? If we're, I think by any metric that works, but I'm definitely using my superhuman agility.
So you jump in there, you jump through the window, you kind of shove the driver aside. They're doing their best to keep control of this car. It's careening, it's bumping into things, and you manage to get it under control. You bring it to a halt. You kind of grind it along the side of the bridge, like the railing, and you bring it to a stop. There's still the man that had the chains.
I the guy on the head.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry,
I'm going for the dude that fell out of the water, or whoever fell from the one car that meet me.
Okay.
Because I thought Agent X was going to go for the other guy.
Yeah, I'll go for the other guy.
Okay.
I'll ride my spectral horse over the side and down into the canal for the guy who's wearing the concrete galoshes.
Okay, sounds good. Go down. How are you gonna lift them up? I guess they're easier to lift underwater, but they got.
I'll use the chains to pull them across the back of my spectral horse and
Gotcha.
ride out of the canal.
Okay. All right, and you're gonna rescue the other one. So you rescue as a kid that fell out of the car. You rescued the kid. It's two kids. A kid rescues a kid.
I'm Nightlight. Hey, you're safe. We're the Covenant. We're the good guys.
He's like 14 years old, and he's like, "Sup," when you rescue him. And then
welcome.
Takes
bro.
your picture on his phone. Is like recording all of it. This is going on YouTube.
Yeah, as long as you just say I'm a superhero, not a kid, I'm cool. I'm fine.
You're a kid.
Damn it.
Throw back in the water.
The commercial's not working.
You push him back in.
I just freeze him.
You're just a stupid kid. And he's like recording all of this. All right, you pull the other one out, Agent X, with your chains, drag them out, and they're alive. You are able to get to them in time, and they thank you. Thank you for getting me out of here. Listen, I got too close. I was involved with one of them, and they were trying to silence me. I saw too much. I knew too much.
What did you see, and what do you know?
He looks around. He goes, I can't talk here. Listen, maybe we can set up something. I can give you some information about the Court of Dis.
Well, your government would greatly appreciate your assistance in this matter.
Government?
Citizen.
I'm not saying shit.
Yeah, you can come with us. There's a van we can talk in.
Alley Cat,
Somebody who hates the government? Hello.
Step into my office.
Alley Cat, you look down and it's a familiar face. It's Terry Spuds Rogers.
Wait, the fuck? No!
If you remember, they were romantically involved with a member of the Court of Dis, and they were scared for their lives. And this is the
Holy
fallout.
shit!
They were going to silence Spuds.
I can't believe I went for the car instead of this fucker. Damn.
This is shit, Spuds. I failed you.
I know. I feel shitty about this.
That's okay.
Yeah, I gotta get my ass over there as soon as possible after I save this guy in the car and pat him on the head and say, "Don't trust the government," and leave.
We'll be having a Covenant-only discussion in Meatman's office.
Yeah, I want to go. I want to go find Spuds.
Yeah, Spuds is
Not
rattled.
Nightlight, I think it's very funny that you think the government doesn't know what's going on inside of Meatman's wagon there, but that's all right.
I mean, I don't know what's going on, so I imagine no one else does too.
That's horrible.
I get straight A's and everything. I don't.
You're a very smart young man.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the Truffle Lord after all.
And you're Nightlight. Now get that Spuds guy in the back of the truck and let's hurt him until he tells us what we need to know.
And I'm assuming I show up at that point. Hey! My friend knows this guy.
Well, this guy knows something we need to know. So if you don't want us to hurt him, then get him to tell us it fast.
Yeah, what he said.
First off, That's a horrible approach to community outreach. Second off, let me just talk to him for a minute.
What part of my outfit with the bloody mask do you think represents community outreach? And I'll go,
what?
and I'll just like step in front of the guy at this point and be like, there's people dying all over the city. If you ain't got something to say, get the hell out of our way. So,
why don't you community outreach with some other of the people who got hurt in the car accidents?
No, I talked to him. I would like to try to intimidate him into talking to us.
Sure, you can roll.
I want to use a weapon.
Okay, I'll give you an
Can I
advantage
just
dice for
literally just step in front?
You can.
I'm gonna heat up the weapon.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll give you two
Can I
advantage dice
literally
for that.
just while they're heating up the weapon, just walk them out of the scene?
Oh, and Agent
That's a
X will
success.
stand next to Meat Man and go, he is right, and we are operating under DPA authority, so your failure to answer his questions will result in your incarceration.
Yeah, fucking arrest me.
No, not you. Him.
So,
Oh, I don't give a shit.
so
No, that's
he's
Spuds.
he's scared for his life. So Alley-Cat, he knows you as Tabitha, but I'm gonna say he recognizes your voice, and he looks to you for help, and he just kind of like mouths like, "Please help me."
Yeah, I look at him and I kind of I don't pull off the mask, but I kind of give him a nod, like your minute admission of recognition of my voice, has been noted, and I, don't necessarily disagree with your, appraisal of the situation.
I think he knows who you
And,
are.
Get the fuck away from me!
Oh, sorry.
I'm trying to do a thing. So
he's scared, silly, and so he's like, so you're trying to help him, you're trying to calm him down, and Meat Man's sitting there intimidating him. He's
I try
like,
to calm him down.
he goes, listen, I was involved with a guy in the court of dis, and he told me all kinds of things, and I can help you. I can help you get closer to the organization. They're trying to shut me up. That's why they had me here.
Okay. Look. Roger. Terry. His name's Terry Roger, right?
Terry
Like, that's his full name?
Spuds Roger.
Roger. Mr. Roger, calm down.
He
Terry, calm down.
He looks at you and he goes, "My friends call me Spuds," and winks.
Spuds.
Did you hear that? You guys are friends.
Would you please? Spuds. We're trying to do the best we can here. The city's in chaos. The streets are on fire. People are shooting people in the streets, in neighborhoods, in stores. Everything's in chaos. We want to stop this right now, as soon as possible. What is going on? What are they planning? What are they attempting to achieve? Everything else we can work on. I can give you a safe haven.
They're taking
Just
over
let me know
Paradise.
how
This
we
is
can
it.
help.
They're making their play tonight. They're taking over Paradise and the rest of the city. This is only the beginning.
But that Agent X is on the phone. He's like, Director Stern, I need a wagon to wrap up a witness who may have pertinent information to the Court of Dis's attempts to take Paradise in the city. We're going to need to put him on ice with extreme prejudice. We cannot let this man get fallen into other hands.
God. Is that loud enough for us to overhear?
Oh, yeah. He turns to him. He's like, don't worry, Mr. Spuds. I've got agents coming. They're going to take you into witness protection.
It's Mr. Roger.
Mr. Rogers. You'll be taken into protective custody at the DPA facility. I guarantee you no member of the Court of Dis has infiltrated our ranks, and you will be safe there until we have sorted this situation out.
I will
Agent
tug on.
X. That sounds fantastic. Why don't you do logistics over there in the meat truck? and I will converse with my friend here, and we will figure out how best to get him into your custody and your protective care.
Miss Alley-Cat,
Just over there in the meat truck.
looking at me, do I look like an idiot? Because I might smell like a damn fool at the moment for being out here, but I am no idiot. I've been a special agent for a long time.
I will be honest, the polo shirt does kind of make you look like an idiot, and it's fine. We can do a makeover. It's totally cool.
Well, we all have uniforms to wear. Not all of us can be as fancy as having cat's ears on our heads. But be that as it may,
this is just fetish gear.
He is going into witness protection, and that is the sum total of that discussion. It's for his protection.
You and what black helicopters?
That black helicopter that's you hear that the rotor wash there? That's that black helicopter.
My superhuman hearing doesn't quite pick up on any rotors, but
I'm gonna spend my continuity token to introduce the fact that they are actually concerned enough to come pick this guy up because they want his intelligence.
Continuity.
No!
Spend the continuity token. Helicopter. You can hear the rotor overhead. And an unmarked helicopter lands on the bridge. Agents dressed in polo shirts and khakis, as we established. And aviators jump out and take Spuds into custody.
Take very good care of this man. He is a material witness, and he is integral to our investigation. Make sure Director Stern gets an opportunity to speak with him as soon as you make it back to DPA headquarters.
As he's being hauled away, like, he's scared shitless, and he turns to you, Alley-Cat, and he's like, "Help me, please. Don't let them do this." As they're hauling him away. They're throwing him into the helicopter.
You'll be fine, son. Don't worry. I'll come by and see you in a little bit. They have ice cream sundaes, the likes of which you cannot believe in the cafeteria.
Can I?
God bless
can I
America.
break the law? Can I do something drastic?
Well, Aaron did spend a continuity thing, so I don't want to rob this from him. But we're strengthening your bond with Terry. Strengthening your bond.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, Miss Alley-Cat. When this is all said and done, I'll take you to see your friend. He's fine. He's not arrested. He's in protective custody.
Yeah, protective custody the protective custody of the people who did this to me. And I'm going to
That's right.
I'm going to leap on Terry and use my superhuman agility to dive into the man-made canal with him.
What? What?
Guess we'll just watch Meat Man. This is kind of entertaining. I was gonna say I don't really like the law enforcement thing, but I'll just keep watching.
I like to think that Meat Man and Nightlight got in the van and drove away to find other fights because there's everything going around the city. We're like, we'll just let them handle this.
Yeah, we're like, this is really not that important.
This doesn't seem to involve us.
Let's go do real shit.
All right, I'll let you roll it, but you're getting 4 challenge dice on this.
Yeah, this is definitely not a great moment for my
it's
character.
Not, this is not in your 56. Oh. Ooh. Mm-hmm. So you grab him out of their clutches, and you start to break away towards the edge of the bridge to leap off. I'm going to say they pull out tasers, and they tase you. Agent X, do you intervene at all, or you just you let the agents handle this?
I let him tase her for a while, and then I'm like, all right, fellas, go ahead and take the witness. I'll wake her up. She's got work to do still here tonight.
All right, so they take Terry Rogers from you, throw him in the helicopter to be disappeared, tased. And you come back to you're here, and Agent X is waiting for you. Meanwhile, the deep cuts is nowhere to be seen. The police are now on the scene. An ambulance is now on the scene.
He goes, well, now, Alley-Cat, I don't know how fast your bike is, but if we're going to catch up with Meat Man and Nightlight, you might have to get on the back of my horse. By the way, I squared it away with the agency. They're not going to press charges against you for felony assault and attempted kidnapping, various other felony offenses that you perpetrated in front of 6 federal agents. We're going to let that slide. We got work to do tonight.
I'm not going to forgive you for this. I say as I strap my bike to my I assume since it's a foldable bike, I have like the ability to put it on my back or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get on the back.
I strap it to my back and I hop on your horse and I'm like, I'm not forgiving you for this.
That's all right. I haven't forgiven myself for almost anything I've done in the last 10 years, so feel free to pile on.
All right.
I feel so conflicted about your character.
So, Meatman and Nightlight, you're cruising around, the two of you, and as you're driving around, I'll say another 45 minutes an hour. It's like 2, 3 in the morning at this point. And it's just been one assault after another, or another attack, or bombing, or something, fire in the neighborhood. And it's 3 in the morning, and you are driving through a neighborhood. You don't hear anything, but you see 3 of those black SUVs parked outside of a pawn shop, Paradise Pawn, parked outside. You don't see or hear anything really happening outside or in, but those are the same ones that the Court of Dis have been driving.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Oh, blowing the whole thing up, right? We can do that now, right?
Yeah, we're free. We can do whatever we want.
Okay. I've been waiting all day. Do we know anything about the pawn shop, by the way?
Paradise Pawn?
Yeah, is there anybody? Is it like a front for anything?
No, it's legit. It's legitimate.
Okay. All right. And we don't hear anything?
Nothing.
It's weird.
No lights are on the inside.
And there's no like, is like the car lights on the SUVs?
The car lights are
like
off.
that?
The cars are off. There's nobody in them.
We could do one of 2 things. We can go inside and see what's going on, or we can make a racket out here and let them come to us.
What seems more our style?
I think the latter.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do initiative. We'll say that Agent X and Alley-Cat have also caught up at this point. They're rounding the corner. So let's roll initiative here. Ooh.
We're always fucking last, even though we're first.
Right?
Oh my god!
Advantage for that or something.
We're always last.
There you go.
All right,
Hallelujah.
we got the villain. We got a complication,
And
we've
another
got
villain.
the striker. We've got a minor villain
a
pop up
double
again.
villain.
They have more than one initiative card. This,
Oh, it's the same guy.
yeah.
Ooh, shit.
Oh, fuck, I'm at the
Nice.
end.
Support, artillery, minions, and then our leaders at the end. So, all right. So first up, our leader. Do you want to use your ability to change the order of initiative?
I'll spend 2 to move Meat Man up.
Okay.
No, Meat Man.
No, Meat Man, the sword.
Oh, sorry. Meat Man's at the front. So right now, we've got Meat Man, we've got a minor villain, we've got the complication, then the minor villain going again.
2. And I will spend my last 3 hero points to move Nightlight up 3 spaces.
Wow.
Woo! Bringing in the big guns.
So you are first. So, all right. So we've got Meat Man, we've got the minor villain, we've got Nightlight, we have the complication, we have the minor villain acting again, we have our support, we have the minions. There is a group of minions in there, and then our leader. So, Meat Man, you're up first.
Okay. We still see nobody. We see
Nobody.
nobody whatsoever. Okay.
Crashing
I'm going
through?
to. Yeah, I'm going to.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm not going to crash at the pawn shop. I'm going to. Actually, no, maybe I should. Yeah, I'll just crash at the pawn shop.
Okay.
All right.
you want to do like? Is there a team maneuver going on here? Or anything?
Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I'm gonna. Okay, so we drive up. I'm gonna spin out the vehicle. I'm gonna fire one of the harpoons out to break the windows of the pawn shop to see if we get some vision inside and see what's going on in there.
Okay. Yeah, you turn on the high beams.
Yeah, so like, oh yeah, all I ever do is drive it high beams on.
All right, so
You're that kind of person.
You're that kind of person.
That kind of person. He doesn't care about
You hit the high
anything.
beams. You hit the front of the pawn shop and you see shadows. There are 9 figures in there. As you're driving, you see just like their shadows on the back wall move. And you just see like these demonic faces.
Okay.
As your light hits them.
And so I'll drive. I'll drive so as I knock the window open, I want to shoot like the remainder of my harpoon chains like into there and try and target as many of the faces I possibly can.
Okay, so there's a group of minions and there is like one like a lieutenant.
Oh, then him. Yeah, for sure.
So you want to target him?
Oh yeah.
Soften him up.
Okay, go ahead.
That one's mine. Okay, so this is a combat vehicle. That's a hit.
That's a hit. 39 points of damage. I will give you. So it's range. So I'm gonna give you 2 advantage on this.
Okay.
Ooh, advantage not doing well, and you get 1 challenge because it was a range attack. So nothing. It's a wash on all of those.
I will burn 2 hero points to do 40 more damage to the.
Nice.
Yeah.
40?
And then, yeah. So 40 more in addition to.
Yeah.
So it's like 79, and then I will
Right.
I will go ahead and put 4 time tokens on my combat vehicle so I can move my initiative to the end of the round and go again.
Yes. Okay.
Sweet.
You think you're gonna
Wow.
get another turn? That's fine.
I don't think so, but I might as well do it. Right?
You shoot this guy up pretty good. He gets shot up. He gets up, aims a big assault rifle, and he's gonna fire back at you.
Ah!
He's aiming for you, meat man. So he got you for 23 points of damage. Oh, you got a boon. You can 13 points of damage. I'm gonna say the windshield stops most of the
Cleaver's just blocking bullets coming.
So 13 points of damage to you as he fires back at you as you're barreling towards him, and you harpoon him. That's it for his turn. Over to you, Nightlight.
So we see the shadows like on one side of the store.
They're
primarily.
scattered throughout the store, and as like you're driving towards it, you see the shadows are moving, but they're not really moving like the people. You just kind of see these masks poking up and looking out the window.
Okay, he will fly out of the deep cuts van truck, and he'll fly like above to like the roof,
Yeah.
and then he is going to say, "I'm Nightlight," and this massive fiery fist. He's gonna crash to the roof and like Falcon punch the whole store.
Falcon punch. Okay. So punch the whole store because you have AoE, right? That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're ridiculous. I will give you 2 advantage dice for that.
Okay.
You got 1 boon.
I will use 2 hero points to make it work. So that's what it comes 69.
Okay.
And then
So it hits everybody in the radius? Shit. All right, so you come crashing down and you slam right into that lieutenant, that minor villain. So the one who's like kind of bossing the rest of them around, the one that got harpooned, you slam right into him, and then there's just kind of like a shockwave that emanates from there, and that's how you're going to hurt the minions. So how much
the
minions
get 1, then I flip over my fire that gives them 2 extra ones. And then I have 4 hero points. So that's 11.
11?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Nightlight just wiped out all of them, including the store. Wow.
Jeez.
Wait till we gotta fight some villains. These were just like gangsters you fought tonight.
I look
This-
around like to see if anyone's alive. Wait, where'd they go?
Also, so you come down, and all of a sudden, just all the windows on the building that you came down in, and the surrounding buildings just shatter with this like sonic boom as you come down. The Paradise Pawn is decimated. There is nothing left. Like, it's just like a crater in the ground. You can hear car alarms going off in the area. Cats screeching. People are shouting, "What the hell's going on out there?" Lights are turning on in apartment buildings nearby. And there's just like a crater of blood that's been left behind as this little 12-year-old kid is standing there in the middle of it.
Agent X walks over, tips up his spectral cowboy hat. He's like, "Son, that might have been a little excessive, but I have to say it made me smile. You have a future in this kind of business." And then he takes out his business card and he's like, he writes on the back of it, "Call me for an insurance claim." And then he puts a little rock on top of it and puts it down in the middle of the crater.
Sure, and his blood just kind of like seeps onto it.
It's getting real late. I have school in the morning, so I was just trying to wrap it up.
But that you did manage to do that quite well. I have to say. Have you ever considered actually becoming a sanctioned agent of the United States government? I do believe we could win wars with you, son.
I don't think my partnership would agree with that.
Well, he's welcome to come along too. I'd like to say that I think we could unleash the two of you in any war zone and just walk away.
I've been in the army before. I ain't going back. And then I'll shout to the person who asked what the hell's going on. It's just your friendly neighborhood covenant. Making the streets safer.
Yeah, we're the good
pawn
guys.
shop at a time. Like, subscribe, follow.
Hey, really getting it?
Yeah, you
Just fill it in for Grendel. Someone's got to.
Oh,
Yes.
no. It's not good when Meat Man becomes your PR person.
What are we talking about? That's gonna be fantastic.
Okay, so that's the end of this issue. There's no resolution to this because it is going to spill into Blood in the Streets Part 2 when we pick up next week. So we're just gonna continue on. There's no like happy ending or little bow on this one because we're gonna feel some ramifications of this night of blood that we faced tonight. So let's go ahead. We'll do the round table goodbyes for everybody. Plug what you got going on this week. And we'll be back next week, Tuesday, with Blood in the Streets Part 2. So, Jeff, what do you got going on?
Adventures in Lollygagging. We're over at twitch.tv/lollygaggers. We got Impossible Landscapes for Delta Green. That's on Friday. We got Worlds Without Number on Saturday. And we're back to Things from the Flood on Monday. Also, tomorrow night, over on Defenders of Cobalt, I'll be playing some Pathfinder 2nd Edition, doing a little one-shot there.
Oh, yeah. I'm playing in that, too.
Yeah.
Catch Jeff and I over there playing Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Pat, what do you have going on this week?
All right. So Thursday on Diesel Shot, we have the premiere of the 3rd season of Uranium Fever. So check us out on Thursday, 8:30 until midnight, and or whenever you want to leave. And on Saturday, I'm running a mothership game with some of my friends, and it should be fun. So yeah, you can check me out on Diesel Shot. You can also follow me on Twitter at @long_spider. And yeah, I'm not as intolerable as my character.
Aaron, what do you have going on this week?
So tomorrow on Garblag Games at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is the finale of Season 1 of Warhammer Fantasy 4th Edition's Once Upon a Time in the Old World, where your favorite knight, Hagen, and our young dwarf pit fighter are going to square off against a couple of trolls to try to save a village. And probably die. So tune in for that. You'll get to see me get killed by somebody other than Evan.
And Evan, what do you got going on this week?
Not much. We have the Alien Game Sunday if it's still going on, but I'll be out for 4th of July. So you guys can check it out if it's still running. If not, then the following week we'll continue that. But besides that, next Tuesday, more Nightlight.
More Nightlight, who just destroyed regular street level gangsters. You need to face some villains now.
It's not any better with cold, right?
Yeah. All right. Thank you, everybody who joined us tonight. We had a lot of new viewers, first-time viewers. Thank you for joining us and tuning in. I appreciate it. And we'll be back next Tuesday with part 2 of Blood in the Streets. Have a great week, everybody, and stay cool.